Okay, we're back. Will it start? We'll see. Now I know what you're thinking. You should have got more done between now and then this week, right? I did get this rusty beauty hauled home. And no, still more vehicles out there. Also, for limited time only, this is at my house, so this is what I've been up to. There was a tree right about there. Took it out, make some flat ground. My whole property's a hill, so if you take some flat ground here and you put it over there, then you have more flat ground. It's cool. For now, it's going to be a nice place to park a bunch of junk vehicles. I'm going to haul in a bunch of gravel or get it hauled in and have a nice parking lot, and then hopefully in the future build a shop there. That's the plan. Now the chains worked great. I really like them. Nice, cheap, affordable way to switch them from vehicle to vehicle too. Now they performed really well, but an alternate title of that video could have been Stock Honda CR-V Follows Anywhere a Ford Explorer with Chains Goes. The Honda did everything too. I guess what I'm saying is the Honda needs chains too now. But at any rate, the next order of business is to get this thing lit off. Hopefully right here, right now. Let's find out. Quick recap on this thing. It sat for about 3 years. I started it, ran poorly, and it worked its way out of it. It sounded like a stuck valve or something, but then I shut it off, and then it sat for another 3 years. And it hasn't really been ran since then, so the only thing I have got it to do is light off a little bit off of some ether, and I had a massive oil leak. It appears it was the filter. Spun a new one on, so we'll see. Whole fuel system set up here. Oh, this is good. Did I ever tell you guys I do custom work? Yeah, I do. Alright guys, keep an eye on that oil pressure. Hopefully we get some of that. Here we go. Primed it a few times. We'll give it a couple more primes. Let's go. Oh, it's running. Hey, oil pressure. And it shut off. The oil pressure was too much. All right, here we go. Give her a little bit more prime. No huge puddle of oil. I think we've done it. I think we fixed the oil leak, but she ran. Wasn't exactly great, but it ran. All right, try it again. Oh, I did undo the fuel system. All right, prime it. All right, another shot. Here we go. Sure is good to see again. Got a pretty bad exhaust leak, but wait till I show you the exhaust. Alright, it did stall, but it started right back up again. Seems to be doing fine. It's actually starting to smooth out a bit, but it randomly stalls. It's running. That's a win. Here's what I know. A A lot of mud and water has gone down the yap of that engine, and it keeps going. That appears to be the original O2 sensor. Excuse me, mass airflow sensor. And I assume it could use replacing. It stalled again, but oh well. It's a good chance to show you this awesome improvised exhaust system here. I don't think you guys are ready for this. Yeah. What do you do when you break those studs off? Well, that's what I do. See, does this still work? Oh. It made it. Let's see if that door opens. Yeah. It opens. Pretty gross, but it opens. Alright. See if we can keep this thing running. Put her in the ketchup a little bit. Give her some beans. You know, all that good stuff. Woo! Alright. Couple prongs. Oh, the theft light's blinking. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. That's interesting. Oh yeah, she still got it. Hey, what? She smoothed out a bit. She just wanted the little beans. She still got it. Don't worry, guys. If you guys can see that, but we blew out a freeze plug. Hey, worst things could have happened there. Oh, we'll call that a win. Although that is not a very good one to get to. It's gonna suck, but hey, you know, I got the quick disconnect on the exhaust, so I get my hand up there at least, right? Man, I don't know if there's any better feeling than tickling the rev lumber on this thing. I love it. I love it, guys. I love it. So before I park this thing, I put a lot of work into it. It's got a new clutch. That's why the exhaust is all mangled up. It's got new uppers, lowers, inners, outers, if you follow. Front end, basically. Had some big plans, but it never worked out. It's okay, that happens sometimes. It's shifted to this thing, and then it didn't really do much, and it happens, guys. Well, it's another day. And another Explorer story. So, after having this thing running for a while, dropped the jack stands, put it on the ground, and now no spark. Got fuel, no spark this time. So now I got more stuff to find. That's all right. Turns out you can't just neglect a vehicle for a better part of a decade, over a decade, I'm sorry, and everything works just fine. Apparently you can't do that. Now, I've already went through all the fuses and everything. It's chicken 30 over here. I went through all the fuses and everything, and they all seem to be in good shape. So next, with no spark, I guess I'm going to the crank sensor, clean it up a little bit. I already cleaned up the connections on the coil. So I don't know yet. Not a very good mechanic. Okay, all I really did was clean up around the crankshaft sensor and gave her a crack off there. She ran. I'm a mechanic, guys. I mean, sorta. There is the crankshaft positioning sensor or whatever. As you can imagine, it was caked up with mud, and I just cleaned it off a little bit. Minimal effort, and now it's back to working again. So here we go. Okay, now with a fuel system and a battery, it'll start and run and move. And that's where we're going to stop on this one for now. This one doesn't charge, by the way, but side-by-sides are boring. here's some more Explorer stuff. The next one. All right, here's some off the beaten path Ford Explorer tips. Now, if you're somewhere where these things rot, you can usually find this seam right here. It seems to be right around where the fuel pump is. Right here, you know, right around here. But then you have a nice easy access panel to your fuel pump. All right. I opened that up with just this right here and gloves. But there it is. Probably the source of the problem. We might be able to tap on that thing, get her to come back to life, and not have to turn any bolts and get a bunch of rust everywhere. We'll see. Well, a whole big mess later, and we got a fuel pump in there. I rounded off a bunch of bolts, had to take them off with the dang vice grips. Oh, man. But we got it. We got one in there. We don't have all this extra stuff they had in there anymore. No fuel gauge. Who needs that, though? There's about a half tank in there. Let's see if she starts. I don't hear it. Okay. Discovered we weren't getting a ground. Lazily grounded it out right there. Let's see if she dials up this time. You serious? Okay, take 47. Here we go. Okay, now I've mangled all this up. I found the problem. There's a break in the ground right here, right where it goes through the sending unit. So I have this grounded directly to the pump and to, you know, it's a good place for a ground, that rusty little bracket there. And it's gonna work this time. Guys, it's gonna work, okay? Hold your horses. Zing. Oh, there it is, it's working. Let's get some prime. Oh, that sounded like fuel pressure. Oh yeah, come on. Oh, we're running, guys. We're running. Massive leaks. Not yet. Yeah. All right. It is running, but I can't get it any throttle or it'll chokes out on me. Guess we can give it some time to run though. She's showing no oil pressure. Man, yeah, it just doesn't want to run. Now, usually if you're getting oil pressure, it'll shoot oil up the dipstick. And yeah, we're getting oil pressure. We just got a bad sending unit dash. Who cares? There's oil pressure. Okay, I think I figured it out. Nope. No, you didn't. This is it. That's why it's not running. That thing's not plugged in. I'm sure that's it. Alright. Oh, can I do one of these? Yeah! Alright, that's better. Not as good as this turd gets. Fixed! Okay, slap a battery in her, she's ready to go. At least be moved. Did blow a brake line when I was backing it up, but it was one of the rear ones, so I could just cap it off right at the master cylinder and only run with the fronts. Should be plenty for what we're doing, but hey, we got two runners. Well, that's probably gonna wrap it up for this video. I got to get together a video for Sunday. I think the plan right now is to take the old tire chains and put them on the Mercury, type the exhaust a bit, and just go see what happens, right? We'll do that. More Explorer fixing ahead. Next week we got to get to that guy. There it is, out there. And maybe even that one. I don't know. But Sunday video, we're going for chains on the Mercury. We'll see what a disaster it is. Should be fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. You're the best. Thank you.